When you came back to IU for the ring ceremony, at that time, how did you react to that reception from the crowd? And what have you done with the jewelry since then? Where do you keep it?
I keep the rings at my parents' house. It's in my bedroom down there. I have a couple of them, so it stays there. There, I keep track of it better than I can. And it was really cool. Didn't surprise me. The fans in Indiana, both with the Fever and with the Hoosiers, are great. Love women's basketball, so it was definitely a nice, warm welcome back.
Tony.
Grace, what's different for you in year two now that you've had a full off season under your belt to be prepared for it?
I think just, going through last year, just being more comfortable and more confident. Coming in as a rookie, you don't know what you don't know. So just continuing to learn, but also I feel a lot more comfortable with my surroundings, with what my coaches want me to do, with what my role is on the floor. So just a lot more confidence going into year two.
How did you react when Matt got picked in this year's draft?
I was really excited. I wish she was a little closer, not all the way in Seattle, but she deserves it. Definitely wasn't surprised. And she's, going to do great things. So it's really special to see her get drafted.
Maya, in this first week, what has stood out to you about the biggest differences between last year's team and this year's, whether that's experience, leadership, anything?
The biggest difference between last year just in training camp?
Yeah.
I would just say the energy is different. Like last year, the energy was really good, but we can really feel that this is going to be a great year. Everyone has the same goal. Everyone's on the same page. That's playoffs, and that's taking it day by day. We're not in any hurry to get there, but we know where we want to be, and you can feel that every time we step in the gym.
Oh, we got one.
Yeah.
Just for Grace, just what was it like working back from that thumb injury, or how did kind of work or going to Athletes Unlimited kind of help you get back into playing again?
It was hard, but I've dealt with injuries before. It's kind of nice that off season is so long, so I was able to take maybe a couple weeks to just kind of chill, relax, reset my body, and my mental kind of forced me to do that because I couldn't do a whole lot. And then really after a couple weeks I was able to start doing some stuff on the court. So I wasn't away for that long, but then Athletes Unlimited was great. Just gave me, A, an opportunity to get in basketball shape, and then B, an opportunity to play with and against other WNBA players, other really good professional women's basketball players that have a lot more experience than I did. So just being able to learn from them and get in good basketball shape again, so it was great.
And then Caitlin's talked about how IU fans really didn't like her when she was at Iowa, but now she hopes that, they'll come over to her side. Just what's it like, playing against her for 3 years? What's it like kind of being on that same team now?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to be on her team than to play against her. It's not very fun to play against her and have to guard her and have to game plan for her. She got the best of me and of my team a couple times. So, to just be on her team, I obviously already know how great she is. I've seen it for a long time as her competitor, but now to be on the same team as her, seeing how much better she makes me, seeing how much better she makes our team, it's been super, super, fun to just kind of get to see that side of her.
Go right in front here with Mike.
Grace, having gone to Indiana, you certainly had probably watched the Fever and knew some of their highlights and then some of the struggles. Just what's like the atmosphere you feel like right now? Do you feel like it's statewide? Definitely going down to Bloomington, people are really excited about the franchise this season.
Yeah, I think it's nationwide. I think there's huge buzz around the Fever. Obviously you have those teams, the Aces, the Liberty, that have established themselves, that have won at that championship level. They're, rightfully getting the most attention. But I think people, even though we might not have won recently, people are really know that, we're on the rise, we're coming, and we're not far off. So we feel like we belong in that conversation. We're going to keep working every day. We know we have a long way to go, but I think, our expectation is to be, hopefully one of those top teams, top franchises, somewhere down the road, hopefully somewhat soon.
I think we had one in the third row there for Lou. Thank you, Mike.
Apparently nobody told Caitlin that everybody on every visiting team for men and women's games gets booed when they get introduced in Assembly Hall. So she thought it was personal, but it was everybody.
Hers might have been a little louder.
Yeah, especially last year when you were in
Yeah.
Canada. Can you talk a little bit about your experience in Spain and how long you were there and what the community was like and what you might have taken from it?
I was there around 3 months, and I think it's just a different style of basketball. I had heard that, but until you get over there and play, just the physicality, you know, people who might not be in the WNBA, but they're really, really good, really skilled, have been pros for 10, 15, some of them 20 years, so they, you know, obviously knew a lot more than me and really pushed me every day to be better. So I think it was just a different style of basketball. Was great for myself and can kind of carry that over to here. And then just personally, just experiencing a different culture. I've never been outside of the Kentucky, Indiana, Midwest kind of environment. So to, you know, just get thrown into Spain, it was different, but I think I grew a lot as a person.
Maya, being with Christie Sides from assistant to rookie head coach to now, in what ways has she changed for the better or adapted to what she has to do for this team in her role?
Yeah, so Coach Christie kind of talks about it a little bit too, just how the assistant, being an assistant and being a head coach is completely different. I'm not going to speak for all pros, but you know, assistant coaches are a little bit, I don't want to say softer, but they're not as hard or demanding as a head coach typically is. But Coach Christie, she transitioned really well from my perspective. She's hard on us. She has high expectations, high standards, as every coach does. And she shows that, and she makes sure that we know that every single day.